Greetings, babies. Greetings. I'm drinking Gordon's Sunset Orange and Cranberry. It doesn't look the best. I'm not gonna lie, nor does it taste the best. I'm solely a G&T kind of girl. But nonetheless, we're here today and let's get right into it. Today, I wanna have a sit down with you guys. I'm just chilling, We're just gonna chill. We're gonna chat, and I wanted to get into a chat about liking self and learning to love self. I've seen that everybody is just about oh my god, self-love. If something is not treating you right, take a bath or journal or love yourself. But something I've noticed with me is that it poses the question, what if I don't love myself? It sounds crazy due to this whole self-help community saying, you come first, you have to love yourself, you must love yourself first and all that stuff. But really, what if you don't love yourself? And I've come to terms and said to myself, it's okay. I definitely won't say that I hate myself or that I hated myself. No. I just thought, you know what? Maybe I don't love myself. And how do I then start to love myself? Don't get caught up in the pressure of self-love just because somebody else is already there and they've already achieved that step. What I've done is that I firstly accepted. I realized and I accepted that, okay, there are certain decisions that I'm making, certain things that I'm doing, certain things that I'm saying that that I know. Let me not generalize. Let me speak for myself. And if you relate, then certain things that I know maybe I don't want to do, or I know how it's going to treat me or how I'm going to react. But I go ahead and I do it anyway. So I came to the point of acceptance that, okay, I'm going to accept this, but I'm not going to tolerate it. This is who I am right now, and this is what I'm doing right now. I accept myself, and I'm not going to fear myself, and I'm gonna challenge myself. This is what I am, and this is where I want to be. And so then I started taking the necessary steps. And as a person, you know exactly what you should do, you know exactly how you should do it, and you know exactly what's gonna happen to you if you don't do it. And if you don't know, then of course you're in a new step, a new place in your life. And you've learned the old lesson, and now there's a new lesson for you to learn. But in general, as people, we know. And so what I did was I had to start to love myself. Because every time I journaled, and I'd be like, okay, so I love you. It didn't feel right. It feels inauthentic. Because it wasn't true. But when I said, I'm learning to love you. I like you, but I want to love you. It felt so real to me. Because I knew that the things that I was doing to myself and for myself were not actions of self-love and self-trust and self-knowledge. They were not. They were acts of betrayal, weakness. And I was just tired of that. I must work on myself. As I continue on this journey of loving myself, of getting to a point where I can confidently say, and not even confidently say, I can feel within that, I love myself. And whatever I do for myself, I know that it comes from a place of love. It's okay to not love yourself. It's okay to not be in love with yourself, however you want to put it. And you just maybe like yourself. Some people don't even like themselves. They just straight up hate themselves. And how I'm growing to love myself is doing the things that I see as love for myself and to myself. So I've noticed with myself that some of the characteristics that I want and some of the qualities that I want in people are qualities that I wish I had to myself. So you could find that whatever you're looking for in friendships or sometimes even in romantic partners, it's something that you could be lacking yourself. If you want loyalty and if you want honesty, are you loyal to yourself? Do you put yourself first? Are you loyal to yourself? Maybe that's why you're seeking loyalty elsewhere. You need someone or people to be loyal to you because you fail to be loyal to yourself. You want honesty, regardless of how painful it is. You want someone to be honest with you. Are you honest with yourself? Like some of the qualities that we may look for in people are just the qualities that we're lacking for ourselves. And so I've just started to practice being those qualities and cultivating those qualities within myself. And sometimes, yes, I might fail, but it's okay because it's a learning curve. So are you honest with yourself? Are you loyal to yourself? What I do is I just spew everything. This is what I want. This is what I need. And as I grow and I cultivate those qualities that I want from other people within myself, for myself, I've been tested. It's like, you just have to get rid of everything. You have to get rid of everything that's holding you down, everything that's pulling you back, whether be it people, situations, whatever it is, the universe or God, or however you refer to the spirit, the higher energy that is beyond us. It will test you. It will test you. And we all know that you're going to get tested again and again and again. Sometimes with the same thing, same people, or same situation, different people, different setting, Same shit, different toilet paper. What is it? Is it same shit, different toilet spray? What did we used to say? Anyway. So I just wanted to say that it's okay if you don't love yourself yet. And if you feel like you're nowhere because you don't have this gooey feeling towards yourself, that is untrue. You just have to work towards liking yourself. The things, falling in love with yourself, as I'm on this journey, it's become apparent to me that the same way you fall in love with someone else is the same way you have to take the exact same steps to falling in love with yourself. Someone has to be honest with you. Be honest with yourself. Someone has to do right by you. Do right by yourself. And no matter how hard it is, like choosing yourself is so painful. Regardless of what people say, it is painful. People can say, oh my gosh, yeah, choose yourself. It's always for the best. But nobody speaks about how painful it is, how lonely it is, how difficult it is. Nobody speaks about that. And people then get judged for falling back into the same patterns, But if you fall back into the same patterns, it is difficult. Change is not easy. And doing better by yourself when you don't know better, and now you try to do better because you didn't know better, it's not simple. It's this disgusting horrendous feeling that nobody wants to feel. And nobody speaks about that. So for you to fall in love with yourself, you would also want your partner or your friends, no matter how hard it is, to tell you exactly what is going down and be honest with you. And you have to tell yourself and be honest with yourself that this is how it's going down. And choosing yourself is not easy and it's not comfortable. But once you push past that and you just prove to yourself bit by bit, step by step, you get to a place where you're like, wow, I do love myself. Or I'm learning to love myself a little bit more. I'm learning to trust myself a little bit more. And you just get comfortable with yourself. And it's like, it's just this proud feeling of, I made it past that hurdle. Let's continue the journey. This is really for anyone out there who's being bombarded with self-love gurus and all the self-help community garbage of, if you don't love yourself, you fucking crazy, go fuck yourself. That's garbage. There's absolutely nothing wrong with you. You are the way that you are because certain things have happened to you and you didn't know how to process it, or you just didn't know better. And there's nothing wrong with starting from the ground and coming up. Not all of us were raised in homes and households that were kind, that knew better. You know, some of us we were raised by people or parents that knew what they knew, and sometimes, a lot of the time, it's not the best. And we have to figure out the rest of the stuff for ourselves. So if you're at a place where you say, insert name, I love you, and it doesn't feel authentic to you, there's nothing wrong with that. Start from where you are. Just take those necessary steps. So yeah, this was really just a freestyle, just getting stuff off my chest. It's gonna be a bit all over the place, but it's just where my head's at, you know. It's just something that I'm going through. And my aunt told me, I said, why does choosing yourself have to be so painful? Why is choosing yourself so painful? Why does it hurt so much? And she responded to me and said, why? And I said, I don't know. And I asked the question, do you think it gets better? Because I thought that choosing self was like exercising a muscle, that the more you do it, the easier it will become and the less painful it will be. And she said something to me. I asked her and I said, I don't know, but do you think it gets easier? Do you think it hurts less eventually? And she said, difficult situations never hurt less. They're always painful, but it's always worth it in the end. And that hit home, and I respect that answer. And it hurts just thinking about it, how it's gonna always hurt, but it's always so worth it at the end. Because when you look back and think, I'm out of the woods, you've got something new to look forward to, and something better comes along, even though at the time you didn't think that there was better and that better could come along. So just keep that with you, and just know that If you don't love yourself yet, it's okay. Just write yourself a lovely letter. Be honest with yourself and tell yourself everything that you want right now. Where do you want to be emotionally? What's going to get you to a place where you love yourself? Because I was honestly struggling with, not that I'm working through it, self-trust. I didn't trust myself because I betrayed myself. You know, like a lot of the times I would just betray myself. And when I was younger, growing up, I was a people pleaser. You know, it's still something that I'm working through. I'm definitely not where I was. So if any motherfucker want to run up on me right now thinking I'm finna bend backwards, bro, you got me. No. It ain't gonna happen. Just saying. Write something honest, where you want to be, where you see yourself, and then just take it from there. Read it to yourself every day if you can, or whenever you can, whenever you remember to. And try by all means, no matter how hard it is, to just push through. And if you guys would like a topic also, because it's popping up in my head now that I can just discuss the loneliness, the journey, and how to navigate through solitude and the loneliness that nobody speaks about in this self-help community. And that, you know, it's really okay. You're not really the only person going through it, but that doesn't matter, because when you're in your fields, you're the only person going through it. So let's just do better by ourselves. And I just want to let you know that if you don't love yourself right now, it's okay, because you haven't fallen in love with yourself. The same way you fall in love with someone else, the same way you fall in love with yourself. That's just my conclusion. That's how I see it, and we can all see it differently. So we can have a nice conversation down in the comments, and I'll definitely for sure check you guys in another video, in another freestyle, in another random chat. So yeah, stay true to yourselves, guys, and stay graceful, be blessed, take care of yourself. Cheers. See you in the next one. I'm Kuketso Mukwana.